Okay guys, welcome. This is a quick update on what you need to do. So I was making some tests on the CNC router yesterday, and unfortunately the tools are wearing out very quickly if we try to cut all the pieces. So what we're gonna do right now, what you will do is that we will do the drilling. The holes will be completely drilled with the CNC router, but instead of cutting the complete piece, we'll just mark it around. Okay, so we'll just do a 0.2 millimeter depth cut. I mean, it's not going to be cutting the actual sheet, just marking it. And then what I found out is that you can actually use some manual scissors to cut the sheet metal, right? So it's a trade-off between just having to cut everything with the sheet metal cutter machine, which is really big, and making everything automatic, right? So in this case, we cannot make everything with the CNC router, but we'll mark them, and then you'll cut them with the scissors, right? So let's assume this was your previous design. You already have here the drilling operation and the cutting operation, right? And in this case, as you can see, I was originally using a 1.3 millimeter thick sheet metal, right? This could be aluminum or steel. But what we're gonna do for the actual marking of the pieces, instead of cutting them completely, we have to change this thickness, okay? Not for your design, but just for the cam operations, right? So first of all, what you need to check, just go down to the lab and verify either these two choices, right? If you're using an aluminum sheet, I would recommend a thickness between 1 millimeter and 1.4. If you have a thicker, more than 1.4, it's going to be really painful to cut them by hand with the scissors. Okay, so just try to use the between 1 and 1.4. Maybe 1 millimeter is too thin, but I would say the sweet spot is about 1.2 millimeter in thickness. Okay, so if you don't find it in the lab, then you have to buy some aluminum sheet. If you're using steel sheet, this obviously it's a harder material, so we would need it to be between 0.5 and 0.7 millimeters. Again, the sweet spot would be around 0.6 millimeters in thickness. Okay, so this is what you need to look for in the lab, and if they don't have it, then you have to buy some. All right. Less than 1 millimeter in aluminum, it's going to be too thin and it's going to be really bendable, and more than 1.4 you won't be able to cut it. And for the steel, it's basically the same. Less than 0.5, it's going to be really thin, and you don't want it that much. Okay, so just go ahead and find any of these thicknesses. If you don't find enough material in the lab, then you have to buy some sheet metal. Okay, now since we are not going to, let's say I'm working with an aluminum sheet, right, and it was 1.3, let's say this is the case, so it's a 1.3 millimeter thickness aluminum sheet, and what I need to do is just change the thickness for the operations, right? So what I do is I go quickly here to model. I'm gonna do this as quick as possible, so we don't spend much time with this update. We go down here to the timeline in the extrude, right, and we right click it, we click edit feature. So instead of 1.3, I'm gonna say it's a 0.2 millimeter sheet, right? This is not the case, this is not the actual thickness, but for the sake of the manufacturing, let's just say it's 0.2. all right. Now this is the only thing you have to change. Obviously, when you change this operation, if you have more parts, everything will be changed automatically, right? Then we go to cam again, and obviously my operations just changed. So I'll just go quickly to the drilling operation. I click edit, right? And well, as you can see, the whole mode selected faces, they are still selected, right? With the same diameter. But now here in the heights, I'm just gonna do a quick something, because as you can see here, the cone, right, this is the tip of the drill. Normally, if it's just below the sheet, maybe the hole is not completely drilled, right? So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna go down to the bottom height, right? And then I'm gonna put a small offset, all right? So here from the bottom height, which is this line here, I'm gonna do an offset of about 2 millimeters, right? This will ensure that the sheet is going to be completely drilled, right? So remember, right now for the simulation, this is a 0.2, but obviously your sheet will be about 0.6 or maybe even 1.3 if you're using aluminum, right? So by increasing this depth all the way to -2 millimeters, I can ensure that even if your sheet metal is about 1.3 or 1.4 millimeters, we will be able to drill the hole through the complete sheet metal. Okay, so this is the only thing we need to change right now regarding the drilling cycle. We click OK, and now we can see it's a deeper hole. And then we go and change the contour, right? So what we're going to change here in the contour, it's sorry, remember, just before I go to that to the cutting part, remember the tool, we talked about it last time. So the drill bit that we're going to be using is a 3/16 of an inch. So the holes that you need to design for your pieces should have a diameter of around 4.76, right? 4.76 millimeters, which that's 3/16 of an inch. So this is the drilling, and for the cutting tool that we have, it's a 1/8 of an inch. But we'll just check this in the cutting operation. Okay, so these are the only two tools that we'll be using, and remember, you need to design your holes to be with a diameter of 3/16 of an inch. All right. So that's for the drilling, and then for the cutting operation, I click edit again. Spindle speed about 1000, between 1000 and 3000. We'll just leave it like that, and we change this directly in the keypad on the CNC router. And then no coolant, we don't need it because we don't have it. And after that, what we do is again, we'll select all the chains for all your pieces, as we saw in the previous tutorial. And then this time we won't put any tabs, right? We don't need any tabs because we're not cutting the whole piece. We're just basically going to mark it down, right? So remove the tabs and then just select your contours. Then these should stay the same, right? And what I'm doing here, remember, since I'm let's just say I'm cheating, I'm saying it's a 0.2 millimeter thickness, which is not the case. This should be about 0.6 or 1.3 or whatever your material is. But then I'm just cheating for the simulation, and since this is a 0.2, it says, well, the bottom height would be from the selected contour, right, which is this 0.2 millimeters from our zero set point, right? So just leave it like that, and then when we go here to the passes and then to the multiple depths, just leave the maximum roughing step down at 0.2 and the finishing step down again at 0.2, right? So what this means is if my sheet metal, I'm telling the software it's 0.2 millimeter in thickness, and I'm saying also the roughing and the finishing step down is 0.2, there's only going to be one pass, okay, for my marking operation. It's not going to be a cutting operation, it's just going to be a marking operation, right? Everything else you can leave it the same and just click OK, right? So as you can see, there's only one pass from the toolpath, right? And if we simulate everything, just remember here the stock in the setup, it's basically the same. It just automatically became thinner, right? Because at the beginning we said that the stock was exactly the same height as my material. So when I just changed the model for the material, the stock also automatically updated itself. Right, so here in setup, we just click the simulate and see the two operations. We'll just put some stock here, and then ceramic. I like this color better. And let's just see, it goes deep, right? If we see like this, it actually goes quite deeper. Yeah, that's good. And then we're just cutting one part, right? So let's say this is a cutting operation of just 0.2 millimeters in depth, right? Which is okay. It's not going to cut the actual piece. It's just going to mark it, right? And then we will do all this cutting with the scissors manually, right? So basically that's it, guys. Remember, just select your sheet metal between these values, and then just change this in the for the simulation. And now remember, we need to create two different files, right? So if we're creating the drilling, let's just suppress this one. We click yes, and then we basically from here we go to post process, put any name, and in this case it's a drilling operation, right? And we click OK, we save it, and this is the first one, right? So this is the drilling operation, quite simple. And then after that, we just change it. We unsuppress this one and suppress the other one. Yes, and then we calculate the toolpath again. There we go. And then again, post process, just put a different number. It's the second one, so I put second, and then marking, since it's not going to be cutting, right? We click OK, and we click save. Now, as you can see, it's a bit more code because, well, it's a longer path, but that's it. So thanks for watching, guys, and remember to do this for next class. All right, see you on Wednesday. Thanks a lot.